All right. Welcome, everybody. Today we are working on the primary series book. This is the second book in the DrumMantra collection. It picks up where the foundational series ends. This kind of takes over the next step in polymetric coordination. We are on section 6 today in the book. The first thing we're going to do is a kind of a warm-up. All of these things are sort of like warm-ups, really. They're long exercises where we really get to settle in and start building muscle memory. So this first one that we're going to do is a series of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, 8 different permutations of an exercise. If you look at this closely, you'll see that each of these is 5 measures long. 1A is 5 measures long, 1B is 5 measures long, etc. The accent that you will notice on top with the hands is every 5th 16th note. That's a 5 to 4 polymetric relationship, a 5-note grouping on top of a 4-note grouping. When we're in 4/4 time, a 5-note grouping does not resolve within 1 bar, which makes this a non-native expression. It takes 5 measures for that 5-note grouping to resolve back to the beginning of the bar. So these are 5 measure long phrases with a 5-note grouping on top, a 5 to 4 polymetric expression. And then what happens is the bass drum, as you see, there's a bass drum and a hi-hat written. You're just going to do the bass drum. That is quarter notes on the first exercise, and then it moves to the E's, and then the ands, and then the uhs. The 5-note grouping never changes on top, so we're just kind of implying a secondary pulse. The 5-note grouping sounds like a secondary pulse. And we're just moving the bass drum across the bar line. If this is comfortable for you, you can add hi-hat on 2 and 4. That's not how this is written, but if you want an extra little coordination challenge, just put the hi-hat on 2 and 4. You will see that that will definitely increase the coordination challenge. Today, we are actually on left, left, right, right sticking, but because this is the first time that a lot of you are seeing this because I'm putting it live on YouTube, let's just stick with right, left, sticking. There are 4 stickings: right, left, right, left, left, right, 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 left, left, and left, left, right, right. Each week we do a different sticking on the same exercises. So you're going to hear a play along with the drums in the track. So that is designed so you can practice this on a practice pad or on a drum set. But I want you to be able to hear exactly what's happening so you can match up what you're doing to the audio track. So you're playing exactly the correct exercise the entire time, and you'll notice when you aren't playing the exact exercise because you will hear something that is not matching what you're doing. So the whole idea is to train yourself to stay focused, of course, develop muscle memory from repetition, and then really become aware of every single moment of the exercise. And that happens by playing along with an audio track that has what you're supposed to do in it. So we're going to play each of these lines 4 times. So 1A will be repeated 4 times, 1B 4 times, etc. All the way down. The page turns after D, and I'll just tell you the bass drum then goes to 8th notes, and then to E's and uhs, and then beats 2 and 4, and then finally beat 3 in the bass drum. Okay, let's give this a try. Right, left, sticking. Bass drum plays the bottom line, accenting every 5th 16th note, and if you want an increased challenge, 2 and 4 on the hi-hat. I'll say one more thing. Think about your breathing. Make sure that you are breathing and you're breathing relaxed, comfortable, and your body's relaxed and comfortable. A lot to think about, a lot to concentrate on. Okay, here we go. So that's how that goes. It's a workout, concentration, meditation, focus, exercise, routine, practice structure, and it really does there's a lot of cross training happening in this. Obviously, you're playing to a click, you're playing to a perfectly programmed time. So you're working on your time for a long time. A lot of repetition means muscle memory. So the more that you can repeat something, the more your body fully understands that movement, that physical movement. So you're building muscle memory, you're working on your time. Obviously, there's a lot of coordination going on, yet it's very simple, right? It's very when you think about what's going on, you've got a 5 note grouping on top of a pulse. There are no rhythms being played anywhere. There are no rhythms. These are all pulses. A rhythm would require something different than what happened before, right? So da 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 da, that's a pulse. Da 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 da, that's a rhythm. So these are all pulses. They're all different durations of pulses. The bass drum's playing quarter notes, and then it's playing all the E's, but it's still a pulse. They're still evenly spaced on the first page here. Let's see if we can pull that back up. So yeah, quarter note, obviously pulses. We think of quarter note as a pulse. You move everything to the E, it's still a pulse. It's just displaced by 1/16th note. Still evenly spaced. Obviously the and is true as well. The is true as well, the fourth position of the 16th note field. And then if we go to the second page, we get to play along here. Second page, 8th notes, evenly spaced. E's and U's, evenly spaced. Fast pulse, double time pulse, basically. If you were playing along, you may have noticed that if it was kind of going okay for you, G is almost like you're putting the brakes on. What's happening? There's so much space all of a sudden. This is kind of a testament to the fact that the more space there is, the more challenging an exercise can become. The slower a song is, the harder, it's more challenging. I don't want to say, I don't want to give things values of more and less, but a lot of times we think that playing something fast is kind of the trick, the goal, or the main strong way of doing things. That is not the case. Well, you have to go both directions, right? Fast is challenging because you're working on endurance, you're working on strength, and obviously speed, tempo. Slow, you're working on accuracy, you're working on the space between notes is longer, so you really have to understand time more. You have to understand how to get from one beat to the next without rushing. So the more space in an exercise can create more challenge because there's more time to experience a fallacy, I guess. And then, of course, when you go to beat 3, then there's a lot of space. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the hi-hat's playing on 2 and 4, so you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a lot going on there in a very simple exercise. 5-note groupings, 2 and 4 on the hi-hat, beat 3 on the bass drum. I don't want to overlook the fact that these simple exercises have so much complexity to them that inform your coordination, inform your time, inform your balance. A balance on the drum set, very important. Like, right? If you haven't done that, 5-note groupings, Probably haven't done much of that either, right? Call that the cell, the 5-note cell, which means you're playing the first of every grouping of 5. One, two, and I'm sticking it. One, right, left, right, left, left. But that's not the pulse. That's the polymetric pulse. Here's the pulse. Ah. Hard to talk and do it at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, notice I counted to 5 because that makes it a native polymetric relationship. That's the fascinating and awesome thing about polymetric relationships, polymeters, is because they share the same subdivision. When you play them in what I call a native expression, which means the polymetric relationship resolves within one measure. So a 5-note grouping resolves in one measure of 4/4, or one measure of 5/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 groupings of 5 in the same space that there's 5 groupings of 4. That's just simple math, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Polymetric relationships are super cool. So in 5, staying in 5, so we resolve every bar. The cell is different than the skeleton. The skeleton is like the bones of the grouping. And those to me are always grouped in groupings of 2s and 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So skeleton is the bones of the groupings of 2s and 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you group it as 3-2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, you start to hear a shuffle start to show up. I call that a flat shuffle. It's a little, here's the shuffle as triplets. There's the triplet. triplet. Here's 5. Very close, very similar, but there's a little bit more. I would almost call it like grease or a little more slankiness to. It's a wider, fatter shuffle. Instead of because instead of 6 subdivisions per beat, you have 5. So 5 is a really cool, fun thing. And what we're doing here, polymetrically, our pulse is still here. But if we go change the pulse of that, now we're in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we take 1, 3, and 5, 1, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have 20th notes. So they're all related. The 5 to 4 polymetric relationship can be turned into a 5/4 polyrhythmic relationship. And then that polyrhythmic relationship can then be subdivided as 5 pieces for every pulse. And those 5 pieces for every pulse can now be written as a new subdivision of 20th notes, or 5 per pulse. So they're all kind of interrelated. Polymetric things can be flipped upside down to become polyrhythmic things, and then you can adjust the subdivisions of the polyrhythmic activity to become a new pulse, which is a way to launch you into a new tempo, a new time signature, or a new subdivision. So anyway, I won't go much deeper into the rhythmic theory of all that right now. There's a lot more to this. Obviously, we just did one exercise from one chapter of one of the DrumMantra books. There is a lot of material that leads up to what we're doing. So if what we did today is like, what on earth did you just do? The foundational series book is the beginning. That will start you. And when I say start you, it's not a beginner's book. It's a book that requires some understanding and knowledge of sticking coordinations, pulse movements, things like that. So I would say foundational series works for a serious high school or college student, but people who are have been digging in and are professional students and maybe professional players, or at least at a professional player level, that book works great for that. And then the primary series book continues to go deep in that category. So I do practice sessions with my online students at the Drum Mantra in the Drum Mantra community 3 times a week. We do an hour-long practice. So I just wanted to give you a taste of what a little bit of that was. That was just actually that was only like an 8 minute warm-up, 8 minute exercise, and we go for an hour. There's exercises that carry us through every hour, and we do not repeat. It takes 11 months to get through the primary series at 1 hour a week. So it's 48 hours of solid work to get through the primary series, 24 hours of solid work to get to the foundational series, 1 year to get through the Groove Studies book. Anyway, everything is like there's a million exercises. It takes you into lots of different rhythmic realms. It's a lot of fun. If you're interested, go to drummantra.com and you can check some stuff out. And we're about to launch a whole new experience for drummers in the called the Drum Mantra Mastermind, which will be getting into not only playing techniques and concepts, but also there'll be some technology aspects like learning Ableton and learning how to use different DAWs, and also ideas about developing skills on the professional level as well. So if you're interested, go to Drum Mantra, check it out, and stay tuned because I'm going to keep bringing things out in that group. All right, I hope you have a great one.